Every bride thinks she's tying the knot in style.
There's no room for error in my wedding.
But opinions differ on what makes a dream day.
It was tacky. It was tasteless.
It's the most disgusting thing I've ever seen.
So what if 4 brides agree to be guests at each other's weddings to decide which is best? Could it be a fantasy come true?
You would not catch me dead in a tiara.
Or feel like the longest day of their lives? The brides are scoring each big day on the venue, the food, the dress, and the overall experience. At stake is a fabulous 5-star honeymoon. Which of these brides will see her groom step out of the prize winner's limo? Find out after 4 weddings.
I'm shaking.
At this point, I think it's anybody's game.
I need a honeymoon like nobody's business.
I want to win really bad.
This is Nick, a New Jersey police impounder who gives princess-style weddings the boot.
I'm a little bit of like a rebel, like outside the box. I'm not like the typical girly girl. I stay away from pinks, no baby's breath, no tiara. Weddings should really be geared towards the couple and not so much I could tell the bride, like, you know, puked pink all over the place.
Here's her husband-to-be, Joe.
We enjoy a lot of the same things, which doesn't get on my nerves. We're just a good team.
My family is Irish, among other things, so I wanted to do a surprise for my guests and have 20 bagpipers and drummers come in the middle of the reception. This is my wedding dress, which I won at a bridal show. I feel like it's understated. I don't like dresses that are overly ornate. Some of them are bedazzled beyond belief. Like, you could not imagine how many rhinestones they could fit on, like, one dress.
I do love crystals. My dress is amazing. There's crystals on the top, and at the end of the train, there are crystal beadings all around.
Meet Nadine, a Caribbean-born New Yorker who works as a financial consultant. She's scrutinizing every detail of her wedding, including the dress.
I feel like a princess.
She's marrying Quincy.
We met on the subway. I was lost.
She was pretending to be lost.
I was lost, literally. And I asked him for directions, and he said, well, this train is going your way. And it was.
We are extremely detail-oriented. We've been planning our wedding for the last 9 months, and we planned it to a T. There's no room for error in my wedding. It's going to be perfect.
I am not the type of woman that could book my wedding a year or 2 years in advance.
Nicole is a go-with-the-flow bride who likes to do things differently.
The actual ceremony is going to be at Belmont Racetrack. It's something different.
This is her fiancé, Rob, and they're checking out the venue.
We're not even horse fans, which is the most bizarre thing. I think we're here just for the food and the scenery. You don't have those dull points of a wedding where you're sitting there going,
Now it's time to get up and dance.
Yeah,
now it's time to cut the cake.
Right.
Now she's going to throw the bouquet.
we don't want that.
Cookie cutter wedding. Cookie cutter weddings. They're awful. I do not like very loud, overpowering, in-your-face type of music. I prefer background, softer music where people can have a conversation.
My wedding is going to be a crazy and very loud wedding, a typical big fat Greek wedding.
Demetria's from Queens, New York. Her wedding could be smashing.
There is going to be a lot of dancing, a lot of drinking, and a lot of partying.
And this is her fiancé, John.
Two big things about Greek weddings are a lot of dancing and a lot of plate breaking.
We're not gonna see any plates breaking unless he wants to pay for them.
I definitely have a shot at winning the competition because people are gonna have a good time, whether or not they've been to a Greek wedding before.
I'm lucky in love.
All four brides are standing squarely behind their weddings and putting them to the test. Nick is having a traditional church ceremony, followed by a DJ dance party. Her budget is $45,000. Nadine has spared no detail on her garden paradise wedding. It's costing her $25,000. Nicole is throwing a decadent derby party at the racetrack and spending $35,000. And then there's Demetria's big fat Greek wedding. 300 guests means a lot of ka-ching. $70,000 is her budget. The brides have met and agreed to attend each other's weddings. They'll judge them on the venue, the food, the dress, and the overall experience. The bride with the highest score wins a luxury honeymoon vacation to a surprise destination. Today, they are meeting for the first time.
Hi, I'm Demetria. Nice to meet you.
Nick, nice to meet you.
Hi. How are you? I'm
Good.
Nicole. We're getting married in a Greek church.
Oh, nice.
So, yeah, and it's like, you know, the big fat Greek wedding kind of thing. We're looking at like 300 at the moment.
Wow. It scares me a little bit. That's a lot of people.
It'll be like a circus.
I would never have a 300-person wedding.
What about you?
I can see everything is done.
Oh, you are organized.
I know. I have like a big folder, a website. I have like a big spreadsheet that's this long.
I have a bag. Every time I need a little information, I have to dump the whole bag on the floor. I'm like, I know it's in here.
My wedding is gonna be very like streamlined, sleek. I tried to keep it simple.
No color scheme.
There's like a general color scheme, but not, you know.
My colors are persimmon and sunshine.
Where's your wedding going to be held at?
I am having my wedding on Long Island. Bit of a surprise, but I can tell you guys you should wear a hat.
Ooh, love hats. And head accessories.
Who doesn't like that?
Yeah. Hello?
Okay.
My biggest competition, I think, might be Nicole. I think that her wedding seems really unique, but I'm pretty confident that my wedding will present itself well.
All of the weddings that are represented here today have a very unique touch about it. You can see a lot of competition.
I'm a little nervous about the competition, but I think my wedding's gonna be the best because it's so different. Yes, to the wedding.
Yes.
First up is Nicole's wedding. She's kept the venue a surprise, but suggested our guest brides wear hats.
It smells like horses.
I had a slight inkling. And then it kind of clicked to me like the whole Kentucky Derby big hat thing, which I actually thought was really, really cool.
Ooh, this is nice. This is definitely a very original idea.
I think the venue is amazing. It's phenomenal. Nicole has really set a high standard for everybody.
We're supposed to start at 10, no?
What time is it?
I think it's like 10:30.
We're a little bit behind schedule as of right now, but hopefully we'll be starting soon.
We have a wedding taking place here in the paddock, and the judge has not shown.
Waiting. Judge?
Judge was stuck in traffic.
With no judge, there can be no wedding.
I don't know. I will be going crazy right now. I believe in planning for the worst case scenario.
And the delay to the ceremony is causing other problems.
People are arriving for the race. It's getting a little crowded with people who are not part of the wedding. Oh, there's the judge lady.
Yeah, there's the judge.
Nice of you to show up.
I know. Hello.
2 hours after the ceremony is supposed to start, the judge finally makes an appearance, and Nicole's wedding is underway.
Oh, there's Nicole. Look, look, look.
Are they cute? The ceremony was very small. I was one of maybe 15 that was down there, 10 maybe.
It was very windy down there. I was trying to hear what the judge was saying, but I couldn't really catch it that much.
I thought it would be a mic. I thought everyone would be able to hear them say their vows. I didn't hear anything at all, and I don't even think the bridesmaids heard.
I like that it was a very closed and personal ceremony. Congratulations! Because in Greek weddings, you have to wait like 45 minutes to say congratulations to the bride and groom on the way out of the church.
I thought that Nicole's dress was simple, but it was effective. It was beautiful. I loved the lace and the pearls. It really did it for her. But it wouldn't work for me.
I loved her dress. I thought it was very vintage, very Hollywood glam. I loved the red bouquet. I loved her red nails.
Good, you're all set.
I'm definitely looking forward to the reception.
I love the venue. It's very, very classy. Nicole did a good job by matching the boutonnieres, her bouquet, and the centerpieces identically.
I thought it was actually pretty cool that there was monitors at each of our tables so we could watch the races.
Get race ticket. The 7th race.
Wedding favors include a $2 betting voucher for each guest. There are 10 races to choose from, including one named in honor of the bride and groom.
I want more, I want more.
Race 7, win, place, or show for number 3.
All bets are placed for the Tie the Knot race. And they're off.
I really enjoyed the horse racing. Nadine did not look like she was enjoying it that much.
I personally, I don't bet and I don't gamble. I will never have horse racing or betting at my wedding.
I think I'm ready for another drink, since we lost.
For the food, they had a buffet.
Felt a little cafeteria-ish to me. The line got pretty long.
I do not like buffet-style food at weddings. I just think it's too casual for that type of affair.
Looks yummy. Never been to a buffet wedding before. I think this is actually a better option because everybody gets to eat as much as they want.
I just thought that was a bit, it was tasteless.
Ladies, lean in tight. Yo! One more. Freeze frame. Thanks, girls.
I would describe this as a very relaxed wedding. Almost a little too much, kind of like wondering, you know, what exactly was going on.
The horse racing was a little distracting.
I would have won. All right, I got the microphone again. You know, there were some people outside before that didn't hear what I was talking about. Thank you again for everybody.
Some of the guests were a little more interested in the horses than like the groom's speech. I was a little taken aback by that, but
there was no activities laid out for the guests except for the betting of the horses. So people like myself who do not gamble, it was a bit boring for me.
I feel like dancing is definitely missing. Me personally, I expect my guests dancing, sweating. I mean, to me, that's what makes a wedding fun.
my family would definitely not have a wedding without dancing unless, knock on wood, someone died.
The night was great. The whole wedding was beautiful. Absolutely everything I wanted in a wedding.
Nicole's wedding has now been judged on the venue, the dress, the food, and the overall experience. But only scores for the final category are revealed at this stage.
I'm giving Nicole's wedding a 7 out of 10 for experience because the venue was very unique. The food was pretty good, but I was looking for a little bit more excitement, higher energy level.
I'm giving Nicole's wedding for experience a 7 out of 10 because although the horse racing was a completely different and exciting experience, it was a little distracting.
My overall experience score for Nicole's wedding, I give her a 6 out of 10. The venue was amazing. However, I was not able to relate to the activities simply because I do not gamble.
Now it's Nadine's turn to prove that her keen eye for detail can win the dream honeymoon.
It's gonna be perfect.
After meeting Nadine, I can tell that there's gonna be a lot of color, a lot of music. It's gonna be a good time, and I'm still definitely scared that she is my biggest competition.
Nicole and Demetria are among the last to arrive at the venue.
Ooh.
The Swan Club is a typical venue, cookie-cutter wedding type place. Those tree things. Yeah, they're used to doing weddings, so I'm sure everything will go great.
Hey, how are you?
With all the guests present, the ceremony can begin.
Nadine's ceremony was much larger than mine. I'm a more smaller ceremony person.
Nadine had 12 people in her bridal party. I really like that a lot.
I thought the bridal party was dressed beautifully. I mean, even though the colors aren't my thing, the dresses are gorgeous. I like how they have the coordinating jackets. The shoes are perfectly coordinated. They looked exceptional. They looked very, very pretty.
Nadine definitely took my breath away when you first saw her walk out. She was with her dad, and it was beautiful. Beautiful, big, poofy dress, bustier-type strapless top, all crystal, with a full tulle princess-style skirt. She looked like an angel.
Her jewelry was very nice. She was just a sparkling bride.
Nadine's dress is very princess look, very much like I bedazzled myself. In Swarovski crystals. You would not catch me dead in a tiara.
While the wife was listening to the sound of the birds, and after some time, she called her husband and said, "Do you hear what the birds are saying?"
Nadine had a minister. She was very intense.
And they had a flat.
And she just started yelling.
And the husband got upset.
She was hysterical.
That any living thing that has two heads is deformed.
It was like flashbacks of Catholic school being yelled at by the nuns.
So I give you my hand.
I give you my hand.
My heart.
My heart.
And my love.
My love.
You can embrace and kiss your wife.
Nadine's ceremony was very pretty, very elegant.
As night falls, the guests make their way from the garden chapel to the neighboring reception hall.
The place that the reception was held was really nice. They decorated very nice.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, at this time, we're gonna ask everyone to please find their seats.
Trying.
We are ready. Let's get started.
Nadine spent a lot of time on a lot of little details. Who has this much time to spend on a wedding? I mean, come on. Does she have a job? But love the spinning name on the floor. It was beautiful. It was really cool. I wish I did that.
I think Nadine's organization is paying off up to a point. I didn't love the flowers, only because there was like plastic in the vase thing, and it was tacky.
And the initial greeting, Nadine talked about how it was gonna be a cascade of flowers, and it kind of looks like there's sandwich bags smushed in there. Really, I guess I expected more.
Nadine looks like she's having an awesome time at her wedding.
Nadine's sit-down dinner includes some spicy Caribbean flavors.
I'm a little weird with eating stuff I can't identify or see beforehand. Okay, you guys go first.
The first course was pastry with vegetables. I did not like it.
Good.
Dinner was good. It was filet mignon. I enjoyed it. And there is a Jamaican rum cake on the table. It's the favorite. It smells really good, and I cannot wait to try it.
The chocolate fountain is the most disgusting thing I've ever seen. Eating and sticking their bananas and their strawberries back in. What is the chocolate fountain? I hate the chocolate fountain.
Even the main dessert can't win over Nicole.
I think it was the velvet ribbon cake, the whipped cream outside with a moist center inside. It was dry. I tasted it was dry.
So far, the wedding is definitely living up to my expectations. I mean, the party hasn't gotten started yet.
There's definitely a lot of energy. Demetria and Nicole are having a blast. It's a little cramped though, so I don't think I'll be venturing up there anytime soon. Definitely loud.
The music and the speakers was so loud that it felt like a defibrillator was going through, like kind of jarring me, shocking me back to life.
We're definitely having a good time. Everybody's dancing. I'm hoping that this is what my wedding is gonna be like also.
The only time the dancing stopped was for Nadine to throw her bouquet, and I was definitely not getting in there.
The throwing of the bouquet and the women pushing each other out of the way. I don't understand any of it.
I feel like a princess. I mean, I feel beautiful. I love my dress. It's amazing. I feel like it was perfect. It was everything that I wanted it to be. It's amazing. I married my prince.
Our guest brides have scrutinized Nadine's dress, venue, and food. But for now, they're only disclosing their scores for overall experience.
I'm going to give Nadine's wedding a 5 out of 10, only because I think she built up the expectations so high and I was left wanting a little bit more.
I gave Nadine's wedding a 7 out of 10 because I just like a more non-traditional wedding.
For overall experience, I give this wedding a 9 out of 10. The food was amazing. The venue was very beautiful, but it's not a perfect score because the flowers were not to my expectations. I still think I have a shot at winning, but this wedding is definitely a very good one, so we'll see.
This is my first wedding at a Greek Orthodox church. I am super excited, but more so curious.
The church is beautiful. The church is gorgeous. It's very ornate with the gold. It's like a jewelry box.
It looked Catholic, although it was an Orthodox Greek church. I am not too familiar with the symbols.
And gold is making a comeback.
Demetria was breathtaking. Her dress was absolutely stunning.
Demetria's ceremony was predominantly in, I believe, Greek. I don't know Greek, so it could have been in Chinese for all I know. I'm willing to bet it was in Greek.
I was totally lost. You know, he could have spoken Greek and then speak English or even have a translator. I think that would have made it a more improved ceremony.
The language barrier is not the only issue Nadine has with the ceremony.
It's just too long. It was an hour and a half.
Nadine was getting a little restless, and she was on her cell phone. I don't find that appropriate.
If I get invited to another Greek ceremony, I'm gonna go to the reception only.
Hi. It was beautiful. Demetria's dress is beautiful. Very deco, vintage looking. She looks stunning. Like, you could look at that dress, look at her, and say, perfect.
I thought Demetria's dress was really, really pretty. I thought it fit her perfectly. She looked like a glowing bride.
Her dress was absolutely stunning. It was perfect. I mean, the crystal beading and her beautiful fluffy trail. I would have worn that dress in a heartbeat.
After the church, we left and we went to the cocktail hour at Terrace on the Park. Well, I love the style of the room because it's deco. The lighting is very vintage looking. I was impressed. Anyone want to shed a lobster? The cocktail hour is amazing. They have seafood, they have caviar. Pig! Oh, it's Babe. They had a roasted pig. Can I just have like a little tiny bit? What is this? Lamb. Oh, Mary had one. I have veal.
It was a little creepy. I'm not used to that. See, like, the actual whole dead carcass.
I love that idea that you can tell what the food is because it looks like the animal. I love that type of organization. It looks great.
The guest brides can't wait for the cocktail hour to finish so they can see inside the main reception ballroom.
It's this one.
When I walked into Demetria's reception room, I was totally blown away.
I mean, I am impressed. This place is beautiful.
I did like the venue. The view was amazing. It was, you know, walls of windows. I have to say, when Demetria first told me that she was doing like all purple, you know, purple dresses, purple flowers, blah, blah, blah. But I think it actually came out really, really nice because it was different shades of purple. So it wasn't monotonous. It wasn't like Barney exploded in the room.
Demetria's favors were very elaborate. We got like some serving spoons. They were very beautiful. They looked very expensive, so a lot of thought and money was put into those.
Money-wise Nadine knows that a wedding like Demetria's doesn't come cheap.
I think that Demetria went above and beyond her budget for this wedding. I'm in accounting. I remember seeing those centerpieces for $300 a piece. Her floral package alone cost between $8,000 and $10,000. Demetria's dress from Demetria's cost at least $5,000. So it was very elaborate.
The sit-down dinner that's served to the 300 guests is a choice of chicken, salmon, or Chateaubriand beef.
The dinner was okay. It was a little cold. It was a little dry.
No, I think it's good.
Cold, though.
I had the breaded chicken. I was not too impressed.
It's a little bit drier than I thought it would be, but it's fine. Maybe I can get some sauce on it.
Well, the dessert at Demetria's wedding certainly made up for the dinner that I was disappointed in, because I had the pistachio ice cream that was delicious. I had a pizza carrot cake, it was delicious. I had some cookies, and then I went back for a piece of cheesecake, and it was delicious.
After the guests have filled up on desserts, they can work it off on the dance floor.
The best man and the groomsmen kept bringing us shots. They were throwing vodka down my throat. At one point, I had to go to the bathroom and kind of gag it up.
No Greek wedding is complete without traditional dancing.
Getting up and doing the Greek dance definitely was intimidating, but I absolutely danced. It was great. Nick wasn't dancing so much.
I'm not a big group dance person, so I decided to sit that one out.
What they do while you're doing this dance, they're all throwing money. They throw money at the bride, they're throwing money all over everybody.
I thought it was very nice of everyone to throw money at the bride and girl. I wish I thought about it for my wedding.
The Greek customs are totally fun, and they love to have a good time.
I like to dance, obviously, and so does everybody else. I don't think there was a second that the dance floor wasn't jam-packed with people, and it was great, and I wish it didn't have to end.
Demetria's big day has been judged on the venue, the food, and the dress. Her final tally stays a secret for now, but the guest brides can reveal their scores for overall experience.
My overall score for Demetria's wedding is an 8. The venue was gorgeous, her dress was gorgeous. And the reason I didn't feel it was a 10 is because it was a little too loud.
My overall scoring for tonight for Demetria's wedding is an 8. All in all, as a wedding goes, it was a great wedding. But gave her an 8 because obviously I feel like mine's a 10.
I give Demetria a 9, simply because I think it was executed very well. For someone in my standards, seriously a perfectionist, a 9 is a very high score.
But I'm expecting it to be anti-wedding. I think she's gonna keep it pretty simple.
I'm not sure what it's gonna be yet, but I feel like there's gonna be a twist. The church had a very Gothic feel to it.
The church is so beautiful. I know, the red color is really interesting. Yeah, it's outrageous.
The guys already have these cute ties on that are blue and some high-top sneakers.
With family and friends seated, the ceremony can start.
I thought you didn't have bridesmaids. I think when we originally spoke to Nicole, she was anti-wedding. There was no bridesmaids involved. There was no color scheme involved.
So I was very surprised
When I got into a church and I saw bridesmaids with matching groomsmen.
The music was kind of gothic-y, It matches with the decor of the church. I thought her dress was very beautiful looking. I'm very surprised that she won a dress that's as beautiful as that. And I really like the headpiece she had on. It's very Nick.
Her dress was beautiful. It fit her very well. It's just that I didn't like the tattoos.
I, Nicole,
I, Nicole,
take you, Joseph, to be my husband,
take you, Joseph, to be my husband,
to have and to hold from this day forward,
to have and to hold from this day forward,
for better or for worse,
for better or for worse,
with this ring I thee wed.
with this ring I thee wed.
Declaring their love for one another, they are now husband and wife. You may kiss the bride.
Nick's ceremony was the fastest ceremony I've ever been to. It was great. It was about 30 seconds long. It was so fast, I didn't have a chance to get emotional.
Mr. and Mrs. Gwinnett.
Nick's ceremony was a bit disappointing. I believe that wedding ceremonies are supposed to be sentimental. It was very quick and very basic.
This wedding is nothing like what I expected. In her words, she was doing the anti-wedding wedding. And so far, it's pretty traditional.
Following the church ceremony, the guest brides move on to the reception.
My first impression of coming into the venue is that it looked like a military camp.
It was a little creepy looking, but when we walked in, there was like this beautiful chandelier in front of our face.
It looks like from the outside, like very, concrete.
Yeah. It's a lot prettier on the inside.
Yeah.
I was very impressed with the venue. I liked it a lot.
It was very elegant, and I was like, oh, this is a beautiful wedding. Not at all what I expected. But the room is stunning. To the last wedding. To the last wedding. I'm never going to another wedding again.
The food at the cocktail hour was very interesting. There was a lot of hors d'oeuvres being passed, like some crab cakes, Asian type of food. I was pleasantly surprised.
Cocktail hour was very nice.
Nick's wedding is impressing the guest brides so far, although Nadine is suspicious.
She took some ideas and definitely thought to improve on her basic streamlined wedding.
And I believe that it was an influence based on our weddings that she attended.
I was not impressed with Nick's strategy.
And I'm not being critical, I'm just being observant.
They said the ballroom is now open, and I was like, ballroom? So they took us into a beautifully decorated room.
There is these really large and long vases, which are kind of cool, but they look a little bit like veggies.
I was very impressed. The centerpieces were beautiful. They were centerpieces that I would use at my wedding.
All right, good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Nicole and Joseph's wedding. Yes, that's what I want to hear right now. Come over here, the new Mr. and Mrs. Gwinnett.
With the bride and groom on the dance floor, the techno DJ jam gets pumping.
The music I definitely enjoyed, and it wasn't too loud. I really had a good time tonight. Nick was dancing tonight, but at the other weddings, she didn't dance at all, and she was saving it for tonight, obviously.
I was pleasantly surprised when I came to Nick's wedding and she came over to our table and said, come on, let's dance. I was shocked. I saw her dancing. I was like, okay, she can dance after all.
Fresh from busting some moves, the happy couple slice the cake, which is also the cue for dinner to be served.
For dinner, I had the tilapia fish, which was pretty decent. It was actually warm and hot.
The food was great. I like that shrimp risotto so much. But I enjoyed Nick's food. It was delicious.
The main course is over, but for Nadine, the best bit of any wedding is just coming up: dessert.
Do I I enjoyed the food tonight. It was really good. It was better than Demetria's. It was better than Nicole's.
I was waiting for something spectacular or crazy to happen. And we're waiting for the ceiling to open up or something.
The night's still young. Maybe she'll surprise us.
We are the Friendly Sons of the Shillelagh from Belmore, New Jersey.
So I just want to say thank you guys so much for coming. We're so looking forward to it.
This crazy bagpipe crew came out of nowhere and totally surprised us.
There was about 25 bagpipers and drummers that came out and did a spectacular show, which was really, really cool.
The Irish band was pretty different. I was blown away at that. I just don't think that wedding is really a forum for that type of entertainment. I mean, maybe a football game, yeah, but...
I'm sorry, but you are not topping my pipes and drums. I'm having a blast.
Oh, yeah.
It is insane. Like, I could not have asked for more. I planned a damn good wedding. We're looking forward to winning the free honeymoon. After all of this, we definitely need it.
Nick is confident that her wedding tops the lot, but it's the guest brides who decide. The final votes on the venue, the dress, and the food are coming up. For now, the judges must disclose only their scores for overall experience.
For my overall experience, I gave Nick an 8. Even though it wasn't what I expected, I was pleasantly surprised. She had a nice color scheme, the music was good, the crowd was having a good time. It was definitely a good wedding.
Out of a score of 10, I give Nick's wedding a 6. I was looking for different, and I did not see that tonight.
I am going to give Nick's wedding out of 10. I'm gonna give her 9. I love the element of surprise with the bagpipers. It was really nice, definitely a solid 9.
Each of these brides believes her wedding was best, but only one can win the honeymoon of a lifetime.
I think my wedding was the most memorable because it was at a racetrack.
I definitely think the other guests had the most fun at my wedding. They were up, they were laughing.
The 4 brides have attended each other's big days and scored them out of 10 for overall experience. Now, to guard against lowballing, the brides must rank the weddings either first, second, or third in the remaining categories. That's for the venue, the food, and the dress.
I enjoyed Nicole's venue the least because there was no ambiance there. I felt like I was betting on horses all day. It was no fun.
Definitely enjoyed Nick's venue the most. The concrete cement walls did not give any kind of hint to how elegant and warm it really was inside.
Nadine's dress was the one I liked the least. I felt like it was sort of cliche. I see a lot of that same dress.
Demetria's food was my favorite. It was plentiful. There was all kinds of different dishes, including like a Chinese wok station, and everything was exceptional, tasted phenomenal.
The rankings are converted into points and added to existing scores. Each bride now has a total score out of 120. The brides can finally come together to discover who has won this wedding showdown.
Cheers to everybody. If I were to win, I would just be proud that my wedding was a little bit different, stood out a little bit from other, weddings.
Winning the honeymoon would mean a nice romantic vacation for me and Joe. I've been planning my wedding for 2 years, and I need a vacation like nobody's business.
Winning the honeymoon would mean a lot to me because me and my fiance, we can't really afford a honeymoon at the moment. It's definitely anybody's game, and at this point, anybody could take it.
I want to win really bad. I think my wedding was the best because it was executed in order, just like I planned. From the flowers to the food, to the venue, to my dress, it was perfect.
So which bride's wedding beats out the competition? It's time to find out. The winning bride's groom is on his way. He'll present the luxury honeymoon prize to one of these 4 hopefuls.
It is what it is.
I'm shaking.
Oh my God, oh my
You're not
God.
nervous this much?
I'm about to cry.
No, don't cry, not yet.
So it's Demetria who takes first place. Coming out on top in 3 of the 4 categories, her Big Fat Greek Wedding scores 92 points out of a possible 120. In the runner-up spot is Nick's wedding. With a high food score of 26 out of 30, she receives a total of 87 points. Nadine was princess for a day, but her Caribbean Paradise wedding picks up only 3rd place. She scores 68 points. And 4th is Nicole's wedding. Only 1 point separates her from her nearest rival. She tallies 67 points out of 120.
Thank you. Wait, you hold that. Let's read the card. Let's see. Congratulations. You've won a fabulous 5-star honeymoon to paradise on the South Pacific island of Bora Bora. Oh, wow. I have to look that up on the map now because I don't know where that is.
I say she deserved it.
Absolutely. I am sad. I wish that I won. However, I'm very happy for Demetria. If I had to do it all over again, it would be the very same.
Oh, I'm sad I didn't win, but I'm glad that Demetria and John won because they're a lovely couple, and I'm sure they're gonna have a really good time. It didn't matter that I didn't win because my day was still so special, and I still feel like I won the grand prize marrying Rob.
I don't think that there was anything that gave Demetria an edge over my wedding. Well, my day was amazing, regardless of whether I won or not. Nothing can replace how much fun I had and what a blast it was.
I definitely cannot believe that I won.
No way.
I was so surprised. Nothing like this has ever happened to me before. I'm so excited. I've never gone anywhere but Greece, and I thought that was like spectacular. So I cannot wait to be in a bungalow on the beach in Bora Bora.